I know it's been a long time, several months in fact, that we haven't uploaded a new video, but as can happen, life kind of got in the way. And we're just doing this to update you on where we've been at, what's happened, what we've possibly been playing, and things we're looking forward to doing very soon. Of course, I am TJ Green.
And I'm Alvarn.
So, right now we'll just get started. I've had to be working kind of two jobs at once for the last, 3 or 4 months. So, having time to myself has not exactly been easy. As folks know from the last time I did a video with Al here, I do have a Twitch. Thankfully, I've been able to keep that, at least viewership wise, up to, we're now at 401 followers, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And if you folks would like to check it out, it is under TJ the King's Gamer. Just type that in all lowercase. Again, TJ the King's Gamer. Drop me a follow. That would be awesome. Drop me a sub. That would be even better. I am getting back to doing some streams, likely on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Thankfully, I only work one job now, so those will likely be my days off. So I'll be able to get back to doing that. In the meantime, just picked up Series S. Yes, I am a next-gen gamer now. And so I haven't yet done any Twitch streaming from the Series S at this point. But I do intend to put a couple of games up there on the stream, maybe like Assassin's Creed or something. So that way we can kind of get back on the swing of things. But I have been doing a lot from my PS4, because that does have a camera still, and I am looking to get the PS5 now. Differences in gameplay on the Series S compared to my old Xbox Scorpio. Not much, with the exception of one, and that's definitely, well, one or two. Graphics-wise, for sure, in a great way, have vastly improved on the Series S. Loading screens have pretty much almost become a thing of the past. They're there, but they will not last long. So it's a lot more convenient when trying to play certain things, especially even multiplayer formats. So really happy with the Series S. Can't wait to see what games I'll be able to tackle on there. Unfortunately, one of them that I've been streaming a lot, which was Final Fantasy VII Remake, is only on the PS4 at current. So I'll still be streaming that, but I want to get the Integrate, but I can't until the PS5 is in my possession. So that's at least what new systems I've been picking up. As for what I've been actively playing, even though I haven't been streaming, I just, thanks to my wife's gamer tag, I have revisited Batman Arkham City, which of course anybody will tell you it's a classic. Honestly, I think people have said that's like the best of the Arkham series so far, and I would tend to agree. Arkham Knight wasn't bad, and I am playing that now. It wasn't the best. There was a lot of predictable things to it, but it's nice to revisit these games and just kind of get myself back into them. You might be wondering to yourself why I'm going under my wife's gamer tag. That is actually a good answer for you, is because my wife only likes to really play puzzle strategy, but she also wants to build up her gamer points. So I've been kind of looking for a reason to replay my games, and I've kind of almost 100%ed quite a few of them on my own gamer tag. So she's given me permission to play these games that she wouldn't normally play on her gamer tag. So it gives me kind of a way to feel like I've earned these steps in these games I've played again, which is good. Not just playing them for the sake of going through the motions. So that's why I've been, going through and playing some of like the Arkham series, and also trying to make room on my Series S because certain games have to kind of be on the actual storage of the Series S itself, the internal storage, in order to work with some, if not all, of the features. I've noticed, particularly with Mortal Kombat 11. Um, so that being said, I'm going into Arkham Knight. New games that I'm playing just on my own account. I'm getting into Cyberpunk 2077 on my own separate gamer tag. Um, at least for Xbox, when it comes to PS4, I'm currently delving back into Elder Scrolls Online and Final Fantasy XIV Online, which is pretty awesome. I haven't played those in a while, so that's where at least that point is for what I've kind of been doing up to date.
For me, it's just been either back and forth, I guess, a bunch of titles, much like you. Either mainly Space Engineers. We recently got back into Conan. We rented a Conan server again, finally.
Yes.
A couple of the guys have been wanting to do the new map, but we've been having to maybe try to open a second server because of that, because not everybody has that DLC.
I did pick up Conan for the PS4. I do not have it for the Xbox, but I think they're putting it on sale at some point, so I will pick it up for that as well.
Yeah. Basically, and well, of course, I keep up on GTA every now and then. Nothing big. Maybe some online money-making things, business battles, and whatnot, and a little bit of trolling.
Of course.
Gotta love the trolling. I mean, it's
I'm
I'm
not
not much of
GTA.
yeah, I'm not much of a heavy troller. Like I don't just keep going after people, but they keep going after me because I'm the troll. And well, it's understandable. It really is, but it's just fun. Oh, and and obviously the Diamond Casino to spin that wheel, pretty much get anything free and get. Which is nice. The free stuff is nice in GTA, especially when they're giving you money.
For sure, yes.
Especially when they're giving you free money, especially when you log on and you get that little notification that says you've been given, say, like, $1 million. You're like, cool.
I'll take it.
But, yeah. Space Engineers still have the server running for it. I've come up with a lot of different ship ideas. What else? Oh, I did actually pick up Cyberpunk 77 as well.
Yes.
A friend of mine, because I game share with a friend of mine, he's been playing the hell out of it. Me, not too much, but I like the story so far. I haven't played it as much only because I'm stretched between, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe 7 games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I've been trying to get back into a lot of the old games I've been playing, and between like Space Engineers, GTA, what else? What's the other ones? God, too many. Too many.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've come across the same issue. Like, I've started a game or replaying a game, and then I go on to another one, and I go back to that one, and then I go on to a different one. It's like, because you just want to, like, kind of space things out and not just get pigeonholed on the, even though, like, with newer games, you probably should focus on, because you want to get that and play it through, and you don't want to stumble across like spoilers on like YouTube or Twitch, or like when somebody does like a Let's Play and then they get to a point where you haven't quite gotten there yet. But at the same time too, it's like these other games are they're all so interesting. It's hard to just stay with one.
That's true. Into Cyberpunk, I guess. Basically, from what I haven't played too much with it. But for some reason, whenever I play it, I get the vibe of, the vibe of, an Oblivion, Skyrim type of
Oh yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Something like that, but just more in the techno future, that sort of thing.
It is definitely a techno RPG type of feel to it. It's a lot better to play it now when they've given the massive updates to this point. If if we'd have played it day one, we probably would have if we had a hard copy of it, we probably would have bent it in half and spiked it through a window. And I think most everybody else would agree with that. Um, that being said, now that it's updated, it's easier to go through the story and appreciate it, especially um, Keanu's Silverhand,
Hmm?
Johnny Silverhand. Like,
Oh yeah.
he is definitely the high point of Cyberpunk.
Mhm.
So, definitely looking forward to seeing how the main story plays out.
Definitely. Well, jeez. Yeah.
So, we just want to, there are definitely games that we want to go back to reviewing. Um, the idea is usually we like to try to beat a game, both of us beat a game around the same time, or at least just at any point in general before doing a review. Um, for the both of us, I know we like to play a certain game at least a couple of times, so that way if there's things we missed, we can bring them up in our reviews. I would not mind doing a full-on Cyberpunk 2077 review in the future.
Yeah.
That's definitely a goal. Um, uh, Maybe even the GTA, kind of just like a, GTA 5 has been around now for quite a while. It's very popular. It's ongoing. GTA Online is a huge thing, so definitely would a review of that is absolutely in the cards. Um, for me, definitely want to go into. Well, I'll say reviewing MMORPGs is kind of like a hard one to do because
Mhm.
not only are they still so ongoing and like we just got expansions for ESO and was it Shadowbringers for Final Fantasy 14. I think they're gearing up for one more expansion. There's so much that they're adding to that now that a review would kind of be a little premature. Um, Definitely something to keep updated on, but a full review is probably not in the cards for those because they're just so massive. Um, any of the other ones, like honestly, I've been tempted to go back in, maybe. I just got Watch Dogs, the Watch Dogs trilogy for PS4. I wouldn't mind doing that. Just got the director's cut DLC expansion for Ghost of Tsushima. That I would really love to review at some point. Um, so that's just at least the ones on my end that I would love to tackle for the channel in the future.
Have you have you heard too much on the what do you call it? Arc 2 coming up?
I've been hearing bits and pieces. It was the last thing I watched of any game was they just did the announcement trailer for the Switch version of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which I am looking forward to next month. Part 2, I've heard a lot of good things about what's coming for the sequel, um, but nothing new to bring up. Um, Seeing some of the gameplay photos and stuff that they have shown, like in development trailers, I'm extremely impressed. I don't play Ark very often. In fact, it's a rare thing. It's not a bad game. It's just that's a game that is so good. I want to be able to devote a lot of time to just like maybe a couple of hours a day or something playing it, and I unfortunately can't yet. That being said, though, I've got a lot of people on my Discord who are constantly also playing Ark and loving it. They have plenty of time to, so they've been telling me, things that they've been able to do. They've shown me clips of their Twitches and their accomplishments, and it's like, I can't wait. I'll wait for the sequel, and then I'll just buy it outright. I don't like doing the betas so much because it's
Oh, yeah.
just
I don't either.
there's if I'm gonna get a game, I want to get it full on 100% upon release. I don't want to get it like as a beta and then all of a sudden these fuck ups and mistakes and glitches and all the like, you know, I don't want to be frustrated with the game before I appreciate the game. I just want to be full on into it and, you know, just appreciate from beginning to end. If it's like a story-based game, or just go full on headlong and full steam ahead. If it's something like Ark or Minecraft or any of those kinds.
That's kind of what I used to do. Actually, that's how I started Ark. Really was a pre-release kind of game software, which in the beginning, yes, it was kind of basic, kind of buggy, kind of crappy. But I mean, it was still for me actually. When I first started playing Ark, it was actually quite. I remember those days quite well. I first got mauled by a raptor when I got in the world.
I remember. Oh, I remember you showed me that.
By Incarno after that.
I will say this, you know, very briefly for the first Ark when the beta hit. They seem to be pretty prompt with trying to fix these things if they notice them, like right off the given shoot. They listened to the game, you know, players. They did, you know, they listened to their communities, and they wanted to be able to say, okay, if you're noticing these things here, good. We need to pay attention to these areas. They did, and vast improvements. So, you know, nothing but kudos to the developers for Ark for that, because that could have turned out like a train wreck, and it didn't. So.
Yeah. But me, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more about Ark 2.
Mm-hmm.
Any more games in the future you're possibly looking forward to besides the one you mentioned before that?
Upcomings. Well, yeah, I'm only just getting kind of back into, well, not back into, but just being a Switch player. I've adored Nintendo since I had, you know, could walk. So I've been revisiting certain Zelda games, Breath of the Wild, just got Skyward Sword HD on the Switch. Amazing so far. Getting a chance to play that. They're due to release the reimaginings of Pokemon Diamond and Emerald, I think, or Emerald and Pearl, which I'm looking forward to. I'm not a fanatic of Pokemon, but I do appreciate a good game in the series. As for like anything, you know, like PS4 or Xbox console based, that's coming up. Right now, there's so many good games that are just currently out that have been brand new, like Valhalla's, you know, been an impressive one. Cyberpunk's kind of come back into a good reputational state from its first release. So that's definitely one that's on the table. Final Fantasy VII Remake, for sure. Even if you're not an RPG or Final Fantasy franchise player, it's a game that people can get into. You don't have to know the original story. I mean, for those of us who were old enough and did play the PS1 original, it's still good. I'm looking forward to put me on the spot for new ones. I mean, I try to keep up the best I can with some of the new stuff.
I've been seeing a couple survival games I've been interested in.
Oh,
things like that.
yeah, that's right.
There's also a couple other interesting titles. Again, these names are a little jumbled right now because usually when I look at these lists, you know, I don't exactly know what they are right away. I just kind of look at them, you know, judge them, and then just kind of come back to them eventually. But if it's only until you actually get really interested in a game you remember that name so often, much like Skyrim.
Oh, for sure.
And all the other great games. But, yeah, I do plan to be keeping an eye out on that, and I actually did get a couple games recently. One of them came out last year, one this year. You remember War of the Worlds, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
They came out with games, Gray Skies and Dark Skies.
Oh,
I think it was. I actually got those. They're single player games, but I don't mind the single player games. They're actually fun.
No, definitely.
I have to say it's interesting. The first one, I'm trying to play the first one into the second one just because, that sort of thing. Although it is a little bit eerie just because you have a new game sitting there that you haven't touched yet and you want to play it. So, other than that, I mean,
You know what? Honestly, I think a lot of my upcoming games, I have to get the PS5 in order to play. But I'm looking forward to Demon's Souls. It's already out, but I'm looking forward to playing because it is the original that led up to the Dark Souls franchise. Um, Final Fantasy VII Intergrade. I want to see what the Yuffie chapters bring. Again, already an existing game, but what I'm looking forward to. One that has not yet been released is Final Fantasy 16. They did make the announcement. They showed the trailer. I'm hyped. 15 was such a good installment, so I cannot wait to see what 16 does. In fact, the trailer looked dark as hell, which means this story is going to be brilliant. So I'm looking forward to that. And then really, it's just enjoying some of the, like, we've been getting a cavalcade of new games over the last months, and a lot of them are just so good. Like, it's hard to want to anticipate a new one because a new one just keeps coming out, and it's like, okay, I'll buy it flat out.
there is one other game that I did spot that I think is out. It can't remember the name exactly, but it's a game that's you play a character that's blind. If you're familiar with that, basically the story
Yeah.
itself progresses. On the keyboard, keyboard or controller, whichever you use. You play the character as a that was blind since birth, I guess,
Okay.
and something about you serve as a. I'm trying to remember the name in a kingdom. Something. Either way, I saw a little bit of it on YouTube.
Mhm.
It does seem pretty interesting.
Nice.
Those kind of games, though, I don't know if I can get into completely. They say that you'd have to put some headphones on and just play the game and you'll get into it just like that. But for those who visually play games, it can be a little bit of a new thing for it.
Oh yeah.
But it's
absolutely.
interesting how certain games like that can come to light and actually be unique of its own, just like others.
Oh, for sure. I mean, after playing Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man PS4, I was kind of leery in regards to Miles Morales, just because sequels, spin-offs, it's harder, especially if it's an already existing franchise, and then with something that was received so well as as Marvel's Spider-Man by Insomniac Games was. And I loved every second of Miles Morales. So it's a good, no, it's actually, like, it's a great time to be a gamer right now. So much at our fingertips, remasters that we're gonna continue to get soon. I know we just about a month or so ago-ish got the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is a remastering HD-wise of the classic Mass Effect trilogy. Yes, I have it for my PS4. So really, it's just we're looking forward to starting to play these games and now also review them fairly quickly and just celebrate being a gamer right now.
Indeed. I don't know if that might be it for me, though, I think, because.
I think so. We will be doing more videos, and thankfully a lot more common, a lot more consistent time. Life has finally started working out for both of us, to where we can have some time to not only hang out but record. If you want to see some of the games that potentially could be reviewed, like I said, go to my Twitch, TJ the King's Gamer. I will definitely be streaming a lot of the games that will probably be reviewed on this channel as they happen. So you'll kind of get a chance to see a taste of what the review could be. At the same time, uh, I will also put my Discord up. The Realm is very active. We're supporting streamers every day. Trying to push, help people get to affiliate if they're not there, so they can get paid subscriptions and things of that nature. So I run that, and I also am a member of your particular Discord,
Mm-hmm.
the SOB Gaming.
Oh yeah.
So constantly just being active. So we will get more videos up very consistently. Thank you guys and gals. I know everybody will watch this, and it feels great to be back. This is just like a random casual, just give you a heads up and things, we're looking forward to putting out in a more structured, setting. But, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Stay safe, guys.